Hello guys and welcome to this live stream. Today I'm gonna talk about some things that happened this week in tech. I'm gonna talk about some things that happened around the studio and what I'm doing. And if you have any questions, you can ask them either in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this later on. And I have to remember to mute the stream on my end because otherwise it sounds a bit weird. Okay, so why don't we just get right into the first topic that is also the title for this episode, and that is that GoPro finally did something after sitting on their ass for a long time. We haven't really seen anything from them new or heard anything. We have heard some rumors, but not really that much. But this week they finally came out and they not only launched the GoPro 5, but they also launched a drone. Now, GoPro has been rumored for quite a long time to get into the drone business, but then the drone division got sold or bankrupt or something, but apparently they were still doing some stuff in the drone division because they now launched a drone. They call it the Karma, and this is a look at it. Some people have already been able to check it out and test fly it, and as you can see, this drone looks quite a bit different than like the drones from DJI because it has the camera in the front instead of underneath. This allows it to have be a lot smaller in the height because there doesn't need to be any clearance for the camera. And this also has one other really great benefit, and that is that the propellers won't ever be in the shot, which is quite a big problem on the Phantom drones. Not as much on the newer stuff like the Phantom 4, but if you are flying forwards quite fast, you will have the propellers in the shot, which is not nice at all. And so it is really amazing that they found a system to not get the propellers in the shot without having the really big drone like the Inspire or something. You can also see that they have a gimbal there in the front, of course, but because it's from GoPro, of course, it's not a camera that is built in, but you can use a GoPro there. So the GoPros that are supported are the Hero 4 black and silver and the new 5 black, plus the Session and Session 5, I think, or whatever the new Session is called. That's really nice because it allows you to, when they come out with a new GoPro, you can take the new GoPro and probably mount it to your older drone, which is not that easily doable with like the DJI stuff. They have integrated camera, which is pretty good, but if something new comes out, you probably can't just put it in. But also you can of course use the GoPro without the drone. You can take it out as an action cam, use it for underwater stuff, and then you can use it on a drone, which cuts down on the cost quite significantly. Also because many of you probably already have a GoPro lying around. And so you can buy the Karma either just as a drone, or you can buy it as a combo with either the GoPro 5 Black, or you can buy it as a combo with the Session. So, and here you can see another really nice feature, and that is that it is really compact. As you can see, you can fold in the legs right here, and that allows you to have a really small footprint and carry it in a rather small case. If you have seen some cases for the Phantom drones, they are huge, and it's really quite a pain to carry them around, because you have to take off the propellers, but it still is big. But here you can leave on the propellers and just throw it in there in this nice case that is included, and everything has space. You can also see this lunchbox looking thing right here. That's the controller. It is much more like a video game controller than like an actual RC controller, which in many cases will be a good thing, because most of you will probably have spent more time with a video game controller than with an RC controller, and so it is a bit easier to fly. And also, if you're used to RC controllers, it isn't that different. It's just the joysticks feel a bit different. And let me see if I have a good picture right here. You can actually, the screen, there is an included screen, which you then can fold up. They don't have a picture in this, or here you can see that you can fold up this screen, and then you have the view of the camera right here, like you would have with Phantom 4, but there you need to use your phone, which can fall out because it's like just with a simple like clamp where you put the phone in, and you need to have a phone which needs to be charged and everything. But here you have everything within the controller, and when you're finished flying, you can just put down the lid. It's an enclosed controller. You protected thumbsticks and the screen, and you can throw it in the bag. I really do like when the controller has an integrated display, but still, if you want to connect your phone to it to view it better, then you can still do that. And you can also use the phone to control the camera, so you can use it as a dual operator, which is another excellent feature, and it is one of the bigger selling features of the DJI Inspire, which is the more expensive DJI drone. Because you can have one person just dedicated to the drone flying, which keeps an eye on everything, and the other person can control the camera. Of course, you can't control it like 360 degrees like with Inspire, but you can still pan up and down, and you can set the focus and everything, although mostly it will be on infinity. And this is really nice to see, and it will give like lower budget filmmakers a great tool, so that they can work with it a bit easier. And that gimbal, you can also take the gimbal out of the drone, and then you can use it right here with this handheld thing. And then it gets a DJI Osmo at the same time, so it has like a third purpose. I don't know if this handle is included with the Karma drone, or if you have to purchase that separately. But either way, it won't be that expensive, because you have the gimbal already, you have the camera already. So you only need a handle with a few batteries and some controls. And you also have a really nice handheld stabilized camera, which can be useful for many situations and will be quite cost effective that way. And so all in all, I think the Karma, while it might not have like all the features with obstacle avoidance and everything that the Phantom 4 has, it still has some of those features, but it can't avoid obstacles. But you can use some basic like cable cam functionality is built into the controller, but it won't know if it flies into a tree. But you get a really awesome package, and you can use the camera not only on the drone, but you can use it as an action cam, and you can use it as a gimbal stabilized camera, which then allows you to get, for one price, you get basically 3 products. Which, by the way, did I mention that the Karma drone, even with the GoPro 5 included, is still cheaper than the Phantom 4. It's like $1,200 I think, versus $1,400 for the Phantom. And that includes the screen and the camera and the gimbal. I'm not sure if it includes the handheld thing where you can put the gimbal in, but this is really great value in my opinion. Also because like the GoPro 4 Black is one of the best cameras for its size in case of image quality, and so I guess the 5 will be at least equal, if not better. And so this is a really nice tool. And speaking of the like GoPro 5, I'm just gonna mention some more things about the GoPro itself. This is what it looks like. It has gotten some changes to the outside and the whole package, but the image sensor itself is really similar. I think it's the same sensor. Don't quote me on that though. It might be a really similar different sensor as well. It still can do all the same resolutions like the 4 Black. It does 4K at 30 FPS or 1080p at 60 and everything in between, and also has 12 megapixel still images in RAW or wide dynamic range. That I think is new compared to the 4 Black, but it now also has the convenient touchscreen LCD, which is not anywhere to see on this page. On the back, like the Silver Edition had, which was quite a bummer that the 4 Black didn't have it, because you had to choose either you have a convenient GoPro with a touchscreen on the back, or you have the high quality, but you need to use the button. And speaking of buttons, they also got rid of most of the buttons and are using the same system as with the session camera, where you have only like the one button. I'm not that sold on that, because adjusting settings and everything with one button isn't that easy, and I don't want to always have to connect my phone to the GoPro, because while it isn't that difficult, you have to have your phone, it needs to be charged, and it is a bit of a process to get it connected. And also Wi-Fi uses more energy, so that battery drains faster. So I like to use my GoPro without having it connected to my phone, and then changing the settings with only one button isn't that easy. But they also added voice control, so you should be able to change the settings via voice control. And I don't know that, but I just guess it would be kind of funny if they only did it to start and stop recording. But it also now is waterproof without the housing to, I think, like 10 meters or 30 feet, which is nice if your GoPro happens to like fall in water while it is not in the case. While the 4 did survive it, I have had it one time happen that there is actually a video on the channel. It's quite an old video where I participated in the Global Space Balloon Challenge, where we sent up a weather balloon with a GoPro attached that took pictures from space. And then it landed in the lake and the camera was on the bottom, so it was submerged in water for like an hour or two, and it survived. After drying it out, it worked perfectly, but also the battery was dead already then, so that's something to keep in mind. But now it is waterproof as well. That's nice. It would have helped today, where I accidentally crashed my drone with my GoPro attached into the near lake, which is more than suboptimal. It was like I was flying, trying to film a boat under it, and then suddenly I think like one motor or propeller broke, and so it tumbled down and fell into the water. And as I learned, Phantom doesn't float. It's too heavy, so it sunk pretty much immediately down. I didn't find it. It was like 30 meters out from the land, and this lake goes down pretty steep, so it's probably like 10-20 meters underwater. So if the camera was waterproof, you could dive down there and maybe rescue the camera, but that's not worth it now because I'm sure the camera is dead. Because while it may survive in shallow water under pressure of like 10 meters, I'm sure it didn't survive. But that's enough of attention. The GoPro session also gets a renewment. It is pretty similar to the previous session, but it now gets also some of the features like the voice recognition, and also did I mention the Hero 5 has built-in GPS. At the moment it is only for like location that you can save where the picture was taken or the video, but with firmware updates they might also add things like speed recording or distance or things like that. But I don't know the specifications of the session 4 right out of my head, but the GoPro Hero session 5 now supports the same resolution as the normal GoPro. Also waterproof, one button, pretty similar. It's $100 cheaper, it's a little bit smaller. One other quite important thing is that there is now image stabilization built into the GoPro, which is really a good feature, and it is, while the GoPro has a wide angle, so it isn't as bad as with like a telescopic lens. You use it often on things that shake. You have it mounted on your helmet, or you have it on your bike and there are vibrations and it's shaking everywhere. So it is a good thing that it is now image stabilized. So that will help on the picture quality quite a lot. So that is like most of the GoPro news that are. Now, I'm really pumped seeing what the new drone and camera will deliver. I really hope that the drone is good and it's working how it should, and it is like quality-wise up to par with the Phantom, because some of the features I really do like. And now that my drone is on the bottom of the lake, I might have to look into the Karma drone, and this might be my next drone. So, on to a totally different topic. Yahoo has apparently gotten 500 million accounts stolen quite a while back actually, but they managed to hide it from the media and everyone else. But now that they got acquired, they went public with it, and it was in late 2014 that this happened, so they kept it a secret for a really long time. But they said that was a single person that stole these informations, but it likely was founded by a government. They didn't say any names, so but like that means that it wasn't like just a single person that did it because for fun or just because he can. But there was like a government that wanted to spy on things or wanted some information or wanted to cause some bad press about it. Now it went public, everyone is upset, and while it might be too late to change your password, you still should if you have a Yahoo account. But they did get the passwords, but the passwords were encrypted. Probably they didn't crack the encryption code because we didn't hear of any compromised accounts. But they also have dates of birth, telephone numbers, email addresses. So it was quite a big data leak, which is not that nice to hear, but it seems to me a bit like any data that is out on the internet, no matter if it is private or not, it will get leaked at some point. Because if you're listening to the news, basically all the time there are data leaks from all over the place. And yeah, just don't put anything on the internet that you don't want other people to see. But onto a bit of a more uplifting thing. Samsung launched the 960 Pro and 960 Evo solid-state drives. These are of the NVMe form factor, like the 950 Pro, which is a really awesome, blazingly fast M.2 SSD. And the 960 Pro does everything the 950 does, but even faster and even bigger. So it now comes in a 2TB fashion as well. And that's the 960 Pro. The 960 Evo still has only 1TB maximum, which still is huge for such an SSD. But not only is it have a huge amount of data on it, it also is ridiculously fast. Let me just quickly find it right here. 3.5 gigabytes per second transfer speeds in the writes and 2.1 gigabytes per second writes. That is just crazy speeds. I think that's even more than the Intel 750 series, and that's more than you will need right now. But of course it's nice to have blazingly fast storage, and if you can have it in like 2 terabytes, it's also amazing. But you will also have to be a baller to afford it, because while you might be able to afford like a 120 or 240 gigabyte variant, the 2 terabyte model is probably gonna be like $1,300 or something. I didn't read the whole article, so I don't know if there is any price known. Here it says it starts at 300, 330 or 130 US dollars. So I guess the 130 is for the 960 Evo with like a 120 gig model, and the 330 is probably for the 960 Pro with like a 240, 250. Oh, so it is 250, the smallest version of the Evo. So 130 for a 250 gig. That's quite a good price, if that's correct. That's actually kind of nice. I might have to get that. So yeah, you can see really nice new SSDs. I am still using my SATA SSDs, like many people do, I think. But M.2 certainly is the next big thing. Not only because of the speed, I think, it also reduces the cable clutter by a lot. You get rid of the SATA cables, you don't need SATA power, so there are a lot less cables around. And you also get some more space. While there are, in modern cases, there are mostly like some SSD trays behind the motherboard, so you don't have to use the hard drive cages. But you also don't need those anymore, because you have more space for cable management, and everything gets cleaned up a bit. So I think that is quite nice, and in the future I will certainly move to M.2 storage as well, as I really like it. It is blazingly fast, which is really nice, and with those speeds they are gonna come close to the 4x PCIe 3.0 maximum pretty soon. I don't remember out of the top of my head what the PCIe 3.0 X4 slots are capable of transfer speeds, but it's not that far from like the 3.5 gigabytes that I have now, maybe like 5 or something, but I don't quote me on that. On to a different topic. AT&T is doing some stuff. They want to supply super fast internet using power lines, and this title can be slightly misleading. They aren't actually using the power lines themselves. They aren't using cables on there. They actually only use the towers, and they put wireless network on these towers and just send it from tower to tower. This allows them to get them up quite cheaply up in the air, so they don't have to build new towers, but still it isn't. I'm just gonna play this little video right here. Yeah. So here you can see those are the antennas that they apparently developed in-house, and they will be here on this phone's masts or power masts, and then they can deliver the networks like that. And I think that is quite a good idea, because it saves on cost. You can use the already existent stuff. I don't know if this is like only to get a signal over, or if you can connect with your phone directly to that. I haven't looked at it that detailed, but anything that delivers high-speed internet and doesn't cost a fortune is good thing in my opinion. And so I also like this one. Just a really quick mention, as it is only a rumor. Some European site, I don't know which language that is, listed a 7700K Kaby Lake CPU, and it apparently will cost around 360 euros, which is about $400, and it is a quad core clocked at 4.2 gigahertz base clock and 4.5 gigahertz boost clock, which is using the LGA 1151 socket like Skylake is, and also on the same 40 nanometer process. So it is quite similar to Skylake, but it is just the next generation, which is also Intel breaking the Tic Tac lineup, which basically means that one generation they move to a new manufacturing process, so they make it smaller, and the next generation they improve on that. But Kaby Lake will be the third generation that is using 14 nanometers. So that's because I think they had some problems with the 10 nanometer that they wanted to roll out, and so they stuck with the 14 for now. So that's just a quick mention, not that special. We could imagine that price on our own and that also means that it's probably gonna be launched quite close to now, which is nice, but not that exciting. It probably will only be like an 8 to 10% increasement to the last processor. So yeah, I can basically write a review of that processor right now. And if you are a creator and you want to win a nice ultra-wide monitor, or even a $10,000 setup, then you might want to participate in the LG Ultrawide Festival 2016. They already did one last year where they gave away 30 ultrawide monitors and 3 setups in the worth of $10,000 together with 3 YouTubers. And they say the year they are doing it slightly different. They are only giving away 15 monitors and one $10,000 setup, but it still is amazing because they aren't giving away 34-inch ultrawide monitors. They are giving away 38-inch ultrawide monitors, which is their new monitor that they came out with, which actually isn't 1440p in height. It actually is 1600p. So you get more pixels, more screen size, which is gonna give you lots and lots of space for productivity. You can win one. You can see at ultrawidefestival.com how to enter. You have to make a graphic. Last year you needed to make a short film. This time it's only a graphic. Then you can enter and you might win a monitor, which is sweet. Also, something I just wanted to quickly show. This is the world's smallest desktop SLI PC case. It was an Australian gamer that created this case. It's not for sale, I think, but I think it looks really amazing. He also did a great job with the color scheme and the build in it. He designed it all by himself and let it manufacture. Apparently it costs $3,500 to manufacture, which is more than the PC hardware inside costs, but it also looks absolutely amazing. Just look at this front panel with these holes, but not quite regular, just amazing design work. You can also see the dual 1080s right here. Just a bummer that the SLI bridge goes over here like that, but I guess it wasn't possible in another way. But absolutely amazing case. It's probably not gonna be available to buy, but I thought I'd show you anyways. And I pressed the wrong button again. So that's it for the news topics. I have just some minor things. As I already told you, I lost my drone today, and that was because I am currently in the process of making a short film together with a few buddies, we are participating in the ZFF72, which is the Zurich Film Festival, where you have 72 hours to make a short film. This year the theme is water, and Friday at lunch, 12 o'clock, they announced this theme, and then you have time until Monday 12 o'clock to make this short film, which has to be under 72 seconds. And then you compete, and there is a jury, there is a community prize. And I really like this festival because it gives you a reason to make a short film, and it's done in a reasonable amount of time. So that's what I have been doing all day, and that's also why I'm quite tired, but I thought I'd do the show anyways, as I'm home right now, and so why not? And that also leads me into the next thing, that I don't know if I wanna continue the show like it is right now, because while it is nice, it isn't quite what I imagined it in the beginning to be. I wanted it to be like a hangout with you guys, and just like a news show and everything, but I also wanted to have some like guests on. But if you're watching that like on YouTube, the other guys are doing it, it all seems so really simple, and you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw that together quickly. While I now figured out the live streaming, and I think I got that. Getting popular is something a bit more difficult, and I guess it isn't that interesting to watch a guy just talking for like 40 minutes. So I want to change it up a bit. I think I'm still gonna live stream from time to time, because I do like this sort of unedited raw way of content, but it probably won't be weekly, and it probably also won't be just news. I will be like do a live stream if something amazing launch and I want to talk about it, or if I have something that I'm setting up or something like that, then I'm gonna do a live stream. But let me know down in the comments or in the chat right now what you think. If you like it, how this 5 or 6 episodes were with just the news, just me talking, or if you would like to see like some different stuff on the live stream, but not every week. So let me know. I'm interested to hear what you guys think, because in the end this isn't just about me, this is about what you guys want to see. And so tell me, you can also tell me on Twitter, which is linked right here, or my Instagram, and you can follow me there. I post some behind the scenes stuff there, and you can tweet or Instagram at me, and I will answer your questions there if you don't want to fiddle around with the stupid YouTube comments. And this actually reminds me of one last thing, one last topic, that there is, the YouTube is now launching like their Heroes program, where people in the community that do a lot of things for a community, like reporting videos that shouldn't be on YouTube, or creating subtitles for the community contributed subtitles, they can get now internet points, not just imaginary ones. They actually get like internet points on YouTube, and like some rewards, like if you get a lot of points, you get some additional features. You can flag some more people at the same time. And so because their bots aren't working how they want, and they don't want to pay more people to do stuff, they give some meaningless points out to the community to motivate them to do the work for them. Great job, Google, great job. But there, of course, are gonna be some trolls out there that ruin it for everyone and just report everything. I think now with the new monetization policy and everything, I guess everyone's content is gonna get flagged, demonetized, taken down, or they sorry, or they like if we flag something isn't gonna be worth anything, because YouTube can't decide if I am flagging something because it truly is stupid, or if it is a troll that flags something because he just wants to take this stuff down. So I'm not too sure about the hero program. Maybe it's gonna be great and it's gonna make YouTube a better place, but I don't quite think so. We have to see. So, but I think that is about the show for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked it, please leave a like down below and also consider to subscribe. Thanks for watching and until next time.